Okay, part B on why human design is really awesome to help with schools and kids and stuff. Okay, profiles. There are so many different types. There are 12 different profile types and 6 different lines that make the profile type, sorry. So the first type of kid you can have is an investigator. They're deep divers. They want to learn and dig and find every piece of information they can about something. And when we try to stop them from learning, that hurts them. That is so hard. That gives them so much pressure and anxiety to try to figure stuff out, but they can't because we're holding them back. The next kind we have are the line 2s, and those are called the hermits, and they're like the resources. They just like naturally know stuff, and the way they learn is by sitting back. Those daydreamers, those people that are in their heads just thinking, that get in trouble for not paying attention, those kids are learning. They are taking in all this information, they are figuring it out, and that is how they learn. We have to figure out how to allow these kids to be who they are. Okay, we have the next type is the line 3, and those are like the experimenter people. They're gonna try everything out for themselves. That's how they learn. They need to experience it. They learn by doing or being there when somebody's doing it and seeing it happen for themselves. They don't just listen to people and don't do this because this will happen. That ain't gonna work for them. They have to see it, they have to feel it, they have to know it, and they have to do it for themselves. They have to try it out. They're gonna make a lot of mistakes in life, but none of those mistakes are actually mistakes. Those are lessons for them. That's how they're learning. The next type is the fourth line, and those are like opportunist people. They're waiting for the opportunities that they need to respond to or to be invited into or to start. They are here to be with people. They need to communicate, they need to talk and network and be around others. It's important for those kids that just can't stop talking in school. Sometimes they need to talk. That's how they learn. Okay, we have the 5th line, and those guys are they're what's they call the heretics. It's not a very nice word, but it doesn't mean that. They're here because they just want everybody to be happy, and they have this type of aura where people kind of put stuff on them and make them feel certain ways. So if they're feeling other people's auras as their own, they're going to be so lost or confused because they're hurting inside, or they're feeling ways that's not really how they should be feeling, and all they want is just to have everybody be happy, and they want to bring good karma on them and work together, and just they're natural learners. They get along well with most people if you can just see them for who they are. Okay, they do really well working together too, so they're good leaders for groups and stuff. These kids, they need to work together, and we have to allow that more. I can keep going off on stuff, I'm sorry, but next line we have is the 6th line, and those are the role models and the adept, and they just they go through phases. So when they're in school, they live like a 3rd line, so they're also going to have to experience all the stuff for themselves. They need to try it out, they learn it. Some of these kids don't even need teachers. They just need to watch people do stuff. They just need to see it happen or try it once and they get it. Okay, some of these kids are that way. Others, we have to really drill in the work, drill in the lessons, drill in the information. But the 6th line goes through those phases. So their 3rd line for the first 30 years of their life, and then after that it's called on the roof, and then they sit on the roof until they're about 50. So from 30 to 50, when their Chiron return comes in, then they become, when they're on the roof, they're just really thinking about and contemplating life and what they've learned and what they've been through and all the experiences they've experienced, so they can figure out why it happened and what use it was, or what was the point of it, what did they learn from it. And then once they're 50ish, and then they're called role models because they've been through it all, they've learned it, they felt it, they know it, and then they just have to be themselves, and that is how they become the role models, just by being themselves. So 6 different types of people. You can combine those together and make 12 different profiles. So each person has 2 different types of those lines in their profile. So there's so many different types of people. And again, we've already talked about the energy types. So if you can mix in the 5 energy types with the 12 different profile types, and then you can go deeper and deeper with that. Even just right there, how many different types of kids are there? How are we teaching in school? We are teaching differentiated teaching, yes, but are we really doing that? No, we're teaching everybody the same thing the same way. So we've got to do better for our kids, guys. Okay, look with love.